This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I'm delighted to be here helping you with playing the guitar. In this video, we're going to work on the D7 chord, so I'll be introducing that one to us, and we'll also continue to work on G, E minor, and C, which we have worked on in previous videos as well. And we're going to continue to work with the down, down, up, up, down strumming pattern, which I introduced in the last video. Of course, there's going to be jam-along opportunities right along with me and the band in this lesson. Now, this video does accompany Lesson 3 from my Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 method book. So if you have that book, you're going to want to turn to page 17. We're going to be working on the materials from page 17 in this video. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this D7 chord. Now, previous in the lesson series, we've worked on the D chord. With the D chord, we have, instead of this note being pushed down at that first fret on that second string, the third fret is pushed down. So that's our D chord. Now we have to sort of change our whole hand to do a D7 chord, which is a dominant 7th chord. So we're going to stick our index finger on that first fret of that second string and then add in our middle and ring fingers, and we only strum the top 4 strings for D7. You just kind of want to get comfortable with that D7 chord. Now, once you kind of have that one figured out, it's a great idea to practice going back and forth between these other chords, especially between D7 and G and D7 and C. Those 3 chords are the core chords of the key of G major. And in Lesson 3 in the book, we're going to be playing a lot of different songs in the key of G major, including the jam along that will happen in this video. So you want to practice going back and forth between D7 and G and D7 and C. Now, depending on how you're playing G versus how I might be playing G, either way works fine, as we've talked about previously. But what you're going to want to do is you're going from G to D7 is plant your index finger first. If we plant that index finger first, it helps us start learning to find where our fingers go and then add the other 2. So index and then add those other 2. So you just want to go back and forth between those 2, just like that. Or if you're using your index finger, middle and ring with that G, just go back and forth. Once you get comfortable doing that with the long strums and however long it takes, you can practice with 4 down strums between each. And if you need to pause in between to find the chord, that's okay, but you want to get so you can just keep that strumming pattern going. You can work those back and forth. Between D7 and C, which are down here on the bottom part of the board, it's actually kind of nice because the index finger stays in position. So you can practice going back and forth between C and D7, keeping that index finger down. And that can help with finding it. So you just want to go back and forth between those chords. You can practice it with E minor as well. The jam along that we're going to be doing today with exercise 1 from lesson 3 does have an E minor chord in it. Once you've got that, then you can go ahead and work it with the strumming pattern. So the down, down, up, up, down. We've talked about how we can do this with swung 8th notes versus even 8th notes. In this lesson, we're going to be doing it with even. So down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. So a great thing to do is take that strumming pattern and practice going back and forth. So if I take G, you can pause as long as you need to switch to the new chord, and then pause as long as you need to switch back. And then ideally, we want the switching to get faster and faster. So if you can get so you can just practice that switching and get it faster, what we want to do is start our switch as soon as we play that down strum. So as soon as, I may have blocked it there. So as soon as we go down, down, up, down, we want to think switch. As soon as we play the down strum, we start making that switch. We don't wait until it's time to play the down strum. So it's like down, down, up, down, switch, down, down, up, down, switch, down, down, up, down, switch, down. So that's a trick on working with that. And then between the C and the D7, same kind of thing. Down, down, up, down, switch, down, down, up, down, switch. You just want that switch to start happening right there. We've worked that with G and C before in previous videos, but you could work those ones as well, between G and E minor and so on. Okay, so now we're going to do the jam along. We're going to play exercise 1. It's a great chord progression. there on page 17 with me and the band. We've got it happening at 2 different tempos like I do in other videos. We've got a nice groove and everything happening with that. And we can practice this new chord and continue to work on our down, down, up, up, down strumming pattern. Of course, there's 3 great ways to take advantage of jamming along with me on this exercise as you're working on playing the guitar. The first one is to just follow along and try and hit those chords in the right spot. You don't even have to worry about your right hand. So as it goes G, and then C, and then G, and then D7. You just follow right along as it happens, just worrying about making those changes happen in your left hand. Trying to have the chord in place as each new measure happens, or each place where the chord change happens. So sometimes, on occasion in this one, a chord will last for more than one measure. And so you just want to work on switching it, and if you're comfortable there, then you can start just doing a down strum every time the chord happens, the new chord happens, you can do that down strum. And then if you get comfortable with that, you can do just all down strums. We're working on that left hand. Then, when we work with the exercise, we also want to just work the right hand. So I can mute those strings nice and lightly and create sort of a percussive sound and play right along with the strumming on the exercises, right along with me and the band. And just keep that right hand going. And then the third thing is to put the two together and try and do the strumming and the chords together. All right, so it's going to be great. There'll be 2 different tempos with exercise 1. So it'll happen at the slower tempo and then the faster tempo. Of course, we will get a nice pickup in the measure that happens before the song starts. We'll get some help from the drums so we know when to come in. But it's going to be great. Let's have fun jamming together. All right, awesome. I hope this is super fun for you and super helpful. In the next video that goes with lesson 3, we're going to continue to work with these 4 chords and this strumming pattern, but we're going to start doing some songs that have sung melodies. So that'll be the next thing that we're introducing in these video lessons. It's going to be great. Keep having fun, keep at it, take care, and we'll see you in more of these videos. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.